Hey everybody, this is Tambeyoda. Thanks so much for joining me here on Tambeyoda Reviews. So today we have from War for Cybertron Siege, Deluxe Class Chromia. So as you can see here in the packaging, we have Chromia. Now she does look very familiar. She looks a lot like Moonracer and Novastar. But from what I've read, they're saying that she is a new figure, that she's not a retool or a repaint, that she has a completely different transformation. We'll see that soon. But her robot mode and her vehicle modes look a lot like those two other figures. Now, she does not have the gimmick that allows her to turn into a limb either. So we'll see once we get her open and are able to check her out. So this is some awesome artwork right here of Chromia, both of her modes, both of her modes. And then we have our Battle Masters here that come out in this wave. Hopefully they'll be out soon and we'll be able to bring reviews of those also. And as you can see right here, very similar to those other two figures, Novastar and Moonracer. All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy open, or this gal open, so we can check her out. All right, so we're back and we have Chromia out of her packaging. She is in her robot mode. This is the mode that she comes in. Now, being able to mess with her and transform her a few times, she definitely is a heavy retool of either Moonracer or Novastar. So she has a lot of the same characteristics, especially with the forearm kibble, with the cockpit back here. There's some new things where this flips up underneath there, but you have this part right here that flips back also. These flip around, the waist twists. So it's a lot of the same things, a lot of the same things with the wrist bending in. You'll see that in just a little bit. We'll take a look at the figure here. Now she has a lot of back kibble on her. She does come with a couple of extra things inside the packaging. So she has this gun, and this comes apart, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. So she has that, and then she has these two grenades right here. And these can be tabbed in back here for storage. So you have that. And then she also comes with her instructions. So we have some instructions here. Here's the instructions out. It says that you can take all of these pieces and hook them together to make a long gun. Kind of reminds me of from the original Batman movie, that gun that Joker pulls out of his pants to shoot the Batwing down. Then we have all of her little pieces here. So you have the EMP grenades, have the anti-thermo blaster, and then you have a hush fizzle. So you have the silencer on there. Okay. And she falls down a lot. She falls down really easily. Now this is one of the only characters that has ball joints. So you can actually come down here to her hips. That is a ball joint. A lot of these Siege figures do not have ball joints. And from what I understand is they decided not to do that because a lot of these figures are a little bit heavier and it's causing them to fall down or not being able to hold poses and such like that. So, and you'll notice that her legs are pretty wobbly. Right now they don't seem as, see, like, that's like that. So as you see, they very kind of flimsy legs. They're able to hold her up with a stance, but if you were to put any weaponizer parts on her, she would definitely fall over. She wouldn't be able to hold up her weight. All right, so let's get into transformation. We'll go ahead and remove this and remove this and remove this. First thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and undo this. Bring this forward like that. Now you want to turn the head, go like this, and then rotate it in. Now the first time I just left it like this, rotated it in and pushed it in, and it got stuck. So to get that out, I had to undo these 3 screws, pull the body apart, and get that out. So I figured out that if you push the head up like this, then you can push that in like that, and it doesn't get stuck. So sometimes it kind of gets stuck. You just got to pull this back a little bit, and you can see it's popped off some of the paint, but it's not that bad. So we got that. We'll bring this up. You want to flip this panel out like that. And so we'll take these, flip the toes out, flip this around. Very reminiscent. And once you have that, then you'll tab these feet together. They just kind of do that. Bring the arms up. Arms up like that. And then we'll take this piece, lower this down. What am I doing? Okay. So you'll see that there's 2 circles on the inside right here. Those 2 circles will tab into here, this will tab into here, and then this will notch into here. So you have 3 pieces that you kind of have to look at while you're putting this together, and you got to make sure that this all stays together right here. I still haven't been able to perfect this, but give me a little bit of time here, and I'll be able to line these all up. Okay, so that fell into place fairly well. All right, and then yeah, take this, rotate this around, pull this up, and it kind of fills in some of this stuff, but you can still see a lot of chest on there. Now this the arms bend down and kind of tab it into there and then flip in. And that's very much like those other figures where the hands bend in like that, and then you have this kind of weird gap. And so you don't have a combiner port to hide it. So what they did was they created these grenades, and these grenades kind of fill this in a little bit. So you put those like that, and then you want to take this gun, pull the silencer off. You can tab that onto the top, and then put that right there. So there you are, Chromia in her Cybertronian car mode. All right, so let's go ahead and transform her back, because, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and raise all these pieces up, flip this out, rotate that around. There we go, come on, let go. All right, so then when we bring this up, we'll flip this in. Yeah, that goes there. Oh, first we want to bring the head out. So head, it's getting stuck there. So yeah, there we go. All right, head, flip this around. All righty then. We'll bring this up. Now these panels will tab into the canopy section. There you go. We'll just bring this around. It will only go one way, so don't force it. Definitely don't force it, because you will damage it if you do. All right, Chromia back into her robot mode. So really quickly, we'll take a look at her articulation. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is pin joints, pin and mushroom joints. So we have a ball joint right here for the head. We have 2 different joints for the shoulder, so one to make it go forward and back, and then a pin joint so they can go out. Right below that is a bicep swivel. Then we have a elbow joint. You can technically move that in if you wanted to. Now coming down here, there's some weird stuff. And I'll post some pictures on my Facebook It's kind of be a joke, but you have waist swivels right here, so you can move that just a little bit. It is hindered by this crotch piece right here. You have a ball joints down here, so you can go forward, back, out to the side, and then try to pop off again. No, don't pop off. Don't you pop off? Nope, don't pop off. Okay. You have your twist, kind of like a leg twist right here. You got a knee joint, and that is, wow, I didn't realize that was hindered by this piece right here. So there you go. All right, and then you have a couple of joints here, so you can move the leg up and down, or the toes up and down. You can move them to the side, and then they added a little extra piece right here so that you can plug in the weaponizer pieces onto the bottom of her foot. So, all right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and leave that at this because she's kind of a flimsy mess. They should have just went ahead and given her the combiner port so that they don't have to release another figure, another one of these. Because we got green light coming out sometime soon, and then an unknown 4th, so that we can complete the Alita 1. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me here. If you did enjoy this, please give us some thumbs up lovin'. This is Tambeyoda. See you guys tomorrow.